The legend, man. He was a patriarch. People talk about Fritz von Erich and the kids. You know, Fritz was the patriarch of the von Erich family, and Fritz ruled with an iron fist. And Fritz, was accused of pushing his kids, sometimes more than he should have, or whatever. Fritz von Erich was tame compared to Dory Funk Sr. Dory Funk Sr. was probably one of, if not the most powerful man in the National Wrestling Alliance at that time. Dory was as rugged as they come, from Indiana. He was a cowboy. He did have the Flying Mare Ranch, all that. Everything about him's a shoot. Tough as he could be. Took his kids, came to Texas, because by God, who wouldn't want to come to Texas and raise their family as Texans? And the old man was just tough and very influential. The old man made sure that Dory became champion. There's controversy over that when it was time to drop the title to Jack Briscoe, that Dory Sr. did not want his son to drop the title to a babyface. Jack Briscoe was a babyface. And a lot of conspiracy theorists out there that say, the accident wasn't
the infamous wreck on the ranch, right?
Yeah. A lot of people dispute that. So that Dory could drop it to Harley, who was a heel, who then Harley could drop it to Jack. That was allegedly orchestrated by Dory Funk Sr. I have no idea the truth, or, that's just the rumor and innuendo that you hear, and that I've always heard my whole life in the business. But the beautiful thing about the Funks was you had the champion, Dory, who's out making title defenses every single week. But if you were in a territory and you had a date on the champ, you also had dates on the old man, and you had dates on Terry. So to get to Dory, you had to go through Terry and Dory Funk Sr. And sometimes, and a lot of times, most times, both of them, before you ever got to Dory. So what a great gig. Terry worked all over the world as the guy that came into the territory to soften up Dory's opponents. And Dory, you had to get through Terry first to even get a match with Dory.
I see.
And that's where Terry, really learned. And that's where where he really went to school, because he was doing the same thing his brother was.
Right.
He just did it in front of him.
So it was sort of like a dress rehearsal for being the NWA champion.
Well, it was, but at the same time, it was a great spot, because it was a way to make a title match mean more if it was personal.
Yes.
If you'd already had the little brother and daddy come in,
I see,
try to beat you up and beat you down before you got to the champ. And that was Terry and Dory Funk Sr.'s role. That I don't know that had ever really been done before. You never had someone with brothers and stuff to be able to go in and do that. Jack came, and that was Jerry Briscoe's role, to go in and do that for his brother. But nobody did it like Terry and Dory Funk Sr. They were, Terry was definitely Dory Sr.'s son, man. Because Dory Sr. was a little wild, and Dory Sr. was, a double tough son of a gun. Very unorthodox, very different. And you could tell just by looking at him, man, that guy's been, he's been through the ringer. He's tough. He wouldn't be standing here if he wasn't a tough son of a bitch. And that's who Dory Funk Sr. was.